Welcome to my video on 15 tourist scams and how to avoid them. If you like the video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Also, don't forget to turn the notifications on and comment below. Here we go. Cab drivers from airports to train stations are known for pulling this scam, but it can happen anywhere. When you get into a taxi and start to drive, the driver will inform you that the meter is broken and charge you a ridiculous price to the tune of hundreds of dollars if you're not careful. How to avoid it? Negotiate rates ahead of time, or ensure the meter is in fact working before you get in the car. If the taxi driver refuses to turn on the meter, or tells you it's cheaper without the meter, get out and look for another driver. Not all cab drivers are scammers. Again, this common travel scam happens largely with cab drivers. While traveling en route to your hotel, the driver will tell you your hotel is either closed or overbooked and then take you to a more expensive hotel where the driver receives a nice fat commission. How to avoid it? Call your hotel in advance and make sure they're open. Ask if they offer shuttle service and then schedule a pickup. If your taxi driver still tells you the hotel is not available, insist that he take you there anyway. Tell him you already have a reservation even if you don't. This scam tends to prey on female travelers. A friendly man or woman will approach to chat, then place a free friendship bracelet on your wrist, or hand you a sprig of rosemary for good luck. Once you have it, they will demand money. When you refuse, they will begin to cause a scene. How to avoid it? Don't allow anyone to put anything on your body, and be extremely wary of accepting anything for free unless there is a good reason for it. Especially in very touristy areas. Ignore them and keep walking. Common in Europe, a traveler will be walking down the street and feel something plop on their shoulder, oftentimes bird poop or a fast food condiment. Then, a friendly stranger approaches and begins to wipe off the offending mess while plucking your wallet from your pocket or purse. How to avoid it? The best thing to do in situations like this is to not allow someone to help you. Instead, go to a restroom and clean the mess off yourself. The fake police officer scam is a popular one in many large cities. Most often, a person will approach a tourist and offer illicit items, like drugs. While conversing, one or two other people will approach, appearing to be police officers and flashing badges. They will then insist the unknowing traveler hand over their passport and wallet. However, they are not police officers. How to avoid it? Never hand over your wallet or passport. Request they show you their identification and then inform them you will call the police to confirm they are who they say they are. Or tell them your passport is locked up in the hotel safe and they'll need to accompany you to your hotel. If they don't allow this, simply walk away. A common travel scam in major tourist areas. Some friendly local who just happens to speak excellent English will approach and inform you that the attraction you want to visit is closed for any number of reasons: religious ceremony, holiday, or some other reason. Then they'll guide you to a different attraction or shop where you're pressured to purchase something or pay a lot for entry. How to avoid it? Instead of taking the local's word, head to the ticket counter or shop and see for yourself. Or ask someone else nearby for confirmation. Someone approaches at an ATM cash machine to help you avoid local bank fees. What they really want to do is scan your ATM card with the card skimmer in their pocket and watch you enter your PIN number so they can drain your account later. How to avoid it? Never let anyone near you while you're making an ATM transaction, and always cover the number pad with your other hand while entering your PIN code. If someone approaches, take your card and find another ATM. Usually deaf, blind, or pregnant, sometimes accompanied by a helper, beggars will ask you for money. Women with babies are common, they might not even be theirs. Children are also frequently used by begging gangs to collect money. Why? because it's difficult for most people to say no to the old, injured, or young. Sometimes an accomplice nearby is just watching to see where you keep your wallet so they can pickpocket you later. How to avoid it? It's practically impossible to distinguish who is legit and who is not. A policy I live by is to never give cash to street beggars or panhandlers. However, buy food or give away old clothes to them. Then you can be sure your money isn't going to a gang. While hanging out in a busy tourist location or landmark, a local offers to take a group photo of you and your friends. As you are getting ready to pose for your memorable new photo, you look up and realize this friendly local has completely disappeared with your expensive camera. How to avoid it? You really need to assess the situation. I've happily handed my $2,000 camera over to other people for a group photo. It is almost always me asking them for the favor, not them offering out of the goodness of their heart. Busy city attractions are the worst places for this. Ask fellow tourists instead and return the favor for them. You arrive to a new country or place only to discover beautiful local women seem to pay much more attention to you than the ones back home. One of them invites you out to a nightclub or bar. However, after a memorable night, the woman disappears and you are forced to pay for an overpriced bill. Or worse, you have been drugged and robbed. How to avoid it? Be wary of attractive women you are not familiar with who are unusually forward or hitting on you. It is every man's dream to be propositioned by beautiful women, but if it's too good to be true, then it probably is and is a scam. On trains all over the world, I often had official-looking gentlemen board the train complete with a notebook and official badge asking to see my tickets. When they looked at them more often than not, they said I was in the wrong class and sometimes asked for money. How to avoid this scam? The best way to avoid paying extra fees is do your research. Go and ask the desk how much it is to upgrade on the train and know the full cost of the ticket before getting on. Officials will never ask for more money than they need. This way no one can say you are in the wrong class. This one is a worldwide scam. People from taxi drivers to shop merchants to restaurant owners are all guilty of this. For example, you think you are buying something for say $100 and it's a cheap knockoff which only cost them $20 to get and is only worth $15. If you are a victim of this scam, they just made a lot of money off of you. Be careful when shopping in other countries. Most of them have a bad reputation for ripping off tourists. The only way I can advise you on this one is go to a reputable store with reputable brands and not some place that looks shady. This is the only way you can guarantee the quality of what you are buying. This type of travel scam is most common in restaurants and in cab rides, but can be in numerous places as well. How it works is at the end of the meal or cab ride, you hand the employee a legit bill and he will claim that your bill is fake. They then return the bill to you and ask for a different type of payment. The problem is that you did end up giving him a real bill, and while you weren't looking he swapped the real bill with a counterfeit one. To avoid this type of scam, make sure to familiarize yourself with the country's currency before arrival, pay close attention when paying and use exact change when you can. People all over the world have endless resources to counterfeit bills, and they're not that hard to make. So be careful. This is a big one. It happens at every airport by fellow passengers and the workers at the airport as well. How to prevent it? Leave designer luggage at home. Thieves will target a designer bag before they'll consider the cheap suitcases you picked up at a discount store. Don't take pricey items. You could live without your favorite top, but having a family jewelry or a valuable electronics device stolen would be a significant loss. Some travelers swear by hard-sided luggage, which does not have zippers and is much less vulnerable to being slit open with a blade. Keep bags with you at all times. Don't let them out of your sight when you're checking into a flight or window shopping in the airport stores. If you're on an overnight flight, or even if you tend to nap on board, watch out for pilferers going through the overhead bins. Don't ease up at security. When you put your bag through the security X-ray machine, watch it go in and come out. Pick up the luggage right away, And don't leave it at the end of the conveyor belt while you put on your shoes. Board the plane early. That way you'll be sure to get space in the overhead compartments. You're at a popular site or tourist attraction, and then a woman or kid, often pretending to be deaf, or a student, will try to get you to sign a petition. You don't know what they are saying, and to make them go away, you begin to sign the petition. But the petitioner then demands a cash donation. At best, anyone who falls for this scam is out some money. At worst, they're pickpocketed while fighting with the petitioner. To avoid this scam, just ignore people coming up to you to sign a petition, especially when they are in groups and try to surround you. Just keep on walking. If you liked my video, please subscribe, turn the notifications on and give a big thumbs up.